welcome each of you today. We are so thrilled as a community in Chattanooga to have the first solar array parking structure electric vehicle charging station in the area. We're honored that each of you are here to celebrate today. I want to welcome particular State Senator Bo Watson. We're honored that he got to come. And I also want to thank Ms. Daphne Kirksey, who is also here representing U.S. Representative Chuck Fleischman. I also want to thank Mike Dunn for being here, who is representing the Honorable Hamilton County Mayor Jim Coppinger. And we have members of the City of Chattanooga Planning and Design Studio and the various members of the City of Chattanooga Office of Green Sustainability are here, various members of the media, neighbors, both business and personal, and other key players in the project. I can't thank you enough for being here to celebrate this occasion. I want to now ask Jeff Cannon to come up. He's the Director of Green Spaces, which helped provide incentive funding for the project and is just a wonderful resource in our community for the best eco-friendly materials and processes and systems for our businesses. So Jeff.
Thank you all very much. So it was a couple years ago that we had what we thought was really an original idea. We wanted to prove that solar was viable in our downtown footprint. We set aside some funding to really facilitate 10 to 12 at the time high-profile solar projects. We had worked to secure some grants, really worked with Senator Bo Watson to facilitate those state grants. We had kind of narrowed our search down for an experienced solar installer. We had created a financing package with Capital Mark Bank. We picked our project manager, and we even selected several projects. The thing that we hadn't done was figure out how to get our targeted developers on board with what we thought was our original idea, and turns out that was a key thing, is that the building owners had to agree. So we started our sales blitz. We got some strange looks at first. We got a few angry emails. We even had one absolutely hell no. So as the pitch started for 2 North Shore, we were a little beat down, we were a little haggard, but we were prepared. We had some spreadsheets, we had some sun charts, we had statistics and letters of support, and the conversation kind of went something like this. Sitting at the table, and we were kind of like, well, so the reason we're sort of kind of here is we want to talk to you maybe possibly about, and as soon as we said, 2 North Shore being a solar demonstration project, we were immediately interrupted, and I thought, well, here it comes again. But we were interrupted with a yes, and not only was it a yes, but it was a yes, and have you thought about this? Have you thought about this? Have you thought about this? And it was a yes because 2 North Shore really had the vision from day one. And that's the beauty of this development. We all know and kind of talk about the fact that we've come from the dirtiest city in America. But what we forget, that a lot of our cleanliness came as an accident, or even in some cases as a blow to our economy. As the foundries and manufacturing in our city moved away, our city was rocked. The air was cleaner, but our downtown was devastated. Projects like 2 North Shore are not benefiting from our resurgence. They are the reason for our resurgence. Most of us don't remember what this looked like 5 or 6 years ago. It was a brownfield site, it was contaminated, and it was fallow. To say that they were going to redefine shopping in Chattanooga was bold. To say that they were going to do it in the most sustainable way possible was unheard of. And then to top it off with a solar array and electric vehicle charging station is beyond visionary. A child that is born today in Chattanooga, Tennessee will benefit from the 33 kW of clean energy produced here well into their college years. They aren't going to benefit in a monetary way the way that the developers will. They're not going to benefit from the convenience of the charging station that we have here. They're going to benefit from a cleaner air. And unlike our kind of accidental past, here it was with great intention. So with that, let's kind of all give it up for Steve Arnsdorff and the two NorthShore team. Real quick round of applause for everybody. And again, you should be commended for what you continue to do for the city as a whole and our environment. Next up is David Bolt. He's the founder of Sustainable Futures, and he is right here.
Well, thank you, Jeff. I want to thank everyone for coming here today. You probably didn't realize by coming here that you're creating jobs, you're healing the environment, and you're creating a stronger national security. I'll get to that in a little bit, how you're doing that. But right now I want you to look at this structure right here. A few hours, everybody will be gone. There'll be people pulling in here and simply thankful for a nice covered parking space. But if you look up, you'll notice the solar panels that's creating free energy from the sun that can be used for powering a hot shower in the morning, cooking your toast, or even replacing the gasoline in all these gasoline cars out here with nice, clean electric cars that we see here being charged. The Nissan Leaf here gets about 4 kilowatts, or goes about 4 miles per kilowatt hour. This parking structure is going to generate approximately 40,000 kilowatt hours per year. That translates into 160,000 miles per year. So compare that to make the two comparisons between gasoline as we currently do it and clean solar. If you drive 1,000 miles a month and get 28 miles to the gallon and pay $3.50 per gallon, you're spending $125 a month for gasoline. Over 30 years, the life of this structure here, that's $45,000. Now you have a choice. You can spend $45,000 over the next 30 years to continue to support gasoline, or you can buy a Leaf and spend about $16,000 and get free electric power. And it's a lot cheaper than that because you get 30% tax credit and you get TVA money, so that $16,000 becomes a $4,000 total investment to drive 1,000 miles a month for the next 30 years. Which do you want to do? Spend $4,000 or spend $45,000? How many want to spend $45,000? Raise your hand. I didn't see any hands go up. Okay, so again, I said that solar energy creates jobs. Nationally or internationally, the industry is growing at about 30% a year. We want those 30% year jobs coming here in Tennessee. Already over $1 billion has been spent in improving and in supporting the solar industry infrastructure in terms of new plants. Just personally, from a personal point of view, when I started the company in 2005, we had one employee, me, working out of my house. Today, 6 years later, we have over 20 people. We're in a 6,000 square foot facility that generates more energy than it's using. This is the way of the future and what way jobs are going to be created through green jobs such as the solar that we see here. I also said that solar energy heals the environment. My lake house is on the Emory River, which is right across from the Kingston steam plant, which was the site of the largest ash spill in history. Over $1 million a day was spent cleaning that up for a total price tag of over $1 billion. Is that how we want to spend our resources, cleaning up messes that the coal is creating? Again, every time we install a solar panel, we're offsetting some of that dirty energy. We're creating a cleaner environment.